on the On Record podcast, episode 8. Obviously, today's episode has got to be really about the music scene, what's been going on in light of Chip and Stormzy, and Megan, Tory, and Tion and Lani.
Yeah.
The main one. But yeah, we'll jump straight into that one. I'm saying probably the biggest one for me is Tory. I was talking to my boy about it. He was saying, in your opinion, yeah, I'm not even defending Tory here at all because I don't know. We talked about that the last time as well. Anyway, about
3 times.
22 years I've heard if he gets sentenced for it and found guilty, but that's a long time. Do you think he deserves? Do you think anyone in general, if I shot you in the foot today, would you want me in prison for 22 years? I don't, not you, but would you think if you saw someone shoot someone in the foot on the street? I don't think he shot her to kill her personally. That's my personal view. I think he probably shot at her, but
that's probably why it's a dip. That's probably why I don't know. Because you get bare different charges, don't you? You get first degree, third degree, and second degree.
So it would, yeah. No, I don't 22 years is a long. I know in America that's not long for them because it's not life, innit? Because life there is 500 years or something, innit?
You can do no, I think life is just once you die, life is done. But you can get 300 years. Yeah. So even when you're dead, you're still technically prisoner. Yeah. But I know you can do 25 to life for killing someone. So I mean, 3 years shy of that. I mean, it's pretty. But I think that's the maximum. That's probably because I haven't done it, but I know someone that did jury service and it's finished now, but they have to decide what attempt it was. Was it first degree where you went out to intend to kill someone? Second degree is you did something, you might not intend to kill him that time, but you just know that it could lead to their death. And third degree is it's just an accident, you didn't actually plan, you didn't premeditate to kill someone. Yeah. But as a result of your action, it did die. So when the police officer died, in Reading, when he got dragged behind the car, that's why they got shorter sentences because they were I think it was third degree. They didn't actually intend to go. They didn't go out.
Yeah. How long did you get for third degree in the UK?
I don't know. Well, they got 16 or 16, 15 years
for third degree.
Yeah, but again, he was a police officer. So I don't know.
I feel because third degrees basically sound like manslaughter.
Yeah, that's
similar. Yeah,
manslaughter.
So I feel you can probably get maybe 10 years for it or less, depending on it. Obviously, every situation is.
But then, I don't know. Then because I suppose technically he didn't.
What if you hit
someone? He didn't kill Meg, but then I don't think it's 22 years in total because I think he had a legal gun that he wasn't meant to have as well.
Yeah,
and then he also shot someone. Yeah. And the Lord knows what else he's done, do you know what I mean?
So what, I don't know myself, but it's a situation they found, what is it? Is it the debris or something of the gun or the shot that they could find in the clothes? So obviously he would have got arrested by now anyway.
So then he was arrested that night on that charge, so I guess they would have taken that in favour.
So he shot her in the foot.
Yeah.
And then she must have proof of, because if he's been charged for it, because if he shot at the floor and it's bounced off and it went somewhere else, she can't really prove anything. So she's obviously got some kind of injury from it.
Yeah. So I mean, she's shown those things and then she's alleged that it was him.
But does Tory deserve 22 years for that?
But it's not only.
It's not only that, but does he deserve that long a sentence for what he did? I don't know because you know what.
That's the thing. They haven't told you that. They haven't released all his charges.
So.
That's the other.
Oh, now you know what it is, yeah? Okay, cool. For me personally, I think my view on this is, if he hadn't released an album, and then gone and done all these promo shoots and music videos, I might have been a bit okay, this is a bit harsh, but you know what? If you're going around denying it, doing albums, etc., and painting Meg out to be a liar and someone that's I think you deserve it to maybe not 22 years, but a lengthy sentence for thinking you can get away with assaulting someone.
But then, say for instance, he was on the charge for, which is Meg's charge, because it obviously did allegedly shooting her. Say for instance that was 4 years before they were giving him. That might mean the other years come from other stuff he's done. Do you know what I mean? He's probably not on one charge. He might be on 3, 4 charges. So that will add up.
The gun, the shooting, and then probably something else as well.
Yeah, if he's done 4 different things they've arrested him for. Do you know what I mean? They each come with a different time. He's broken 4 different laws. Then I would it's justified. But say for instance, if it was just for shooting.
He's been in prison before as well, so it might be something to do with. I'm pretty sure he's been in prison before.
No.
So I think it might. When if you're already an offender, and then you do something else as well, you'll get a longer sentence the second time as well. So it's probably something to do with that as well. Nah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't feel sorry for him. Like, he broke the law. Do you know what I mean?
I think I saw. It depends on whether. I think was it his car or Meg's car that?
I think it was his car.
So it depends if the story checks out and basically if his someone whoever's on his team, the driver is, I think it might be the driver or someone else.
Yeah, I think
if they basically lie for him and say his version of events, check out, then he'll probably get away with it.
But then that's mad. So let's say for instance, like normally, like I'm sure lawyers wouldn't put you in that charge unless they have some good evidence for you. Like 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna. Do you know what I mean? There's obviously those rare cases
money
involved,
like,
like especially someone that he cleared for like good legal representation. They're not gonna do like the prosecutors are gonna be like, cool, let's prosecute him for all these things and not have some like decent information on him.
Yeah. Now this guy is, you know what it is, yeah. If life comes at you fast, you know. What, quarantine radio, yeah, this guy pretty much rebooted his career, like, to the point where it's like, people were fucking with him. I was like, oh, this guy's actually...
even new people, like...
Because I didn't really listen to him like that before. I fucked him a little bit. I was like, okay, some of his songs, as you said, like, features and that, they're okay. Then I was like, okay, this guy's actually funny. He's getting people on his quarantine radio, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
So, like, and he released an album during that time, so I was like, alright, cool. I'm gonna listen to that. I fucked with it as well.
Yeah.
And as you said, I'm sure he got a lot of new fans from it. And then he went and did this. And
I've heard that he's had bad anger issues anyways. Like, I always remember that time that he was in London, he was fighting some random, just like strangers saying something to him. So,
well, guys, finished, man. You know what? If he doesn't go to prison, his career's calm. If he does go, obviously, then...
I mean, like, obviously, it's all alleged. So, say for instance, like, he keeps saying that. I remember someone saying, like, Meg's, like, best friend that was in the car apparently has, like, a similar story to Tory. And then...
What is the Tory story, do you know?
I literally have no idea, that's the thing. Apparently, he said in the thing, like, if I actually shot it, do you think I would have, like, missed no tendons or ligaments? Something like that. I don't know. She hasn't said anything, to be fair, though. So, like, realistically, I'm not going to lie on the stand, innit? Because you can go to prison for lying on the stand. So, say, for instance, they've got all these mad information. Like, if you called me in, then I'm just going to say, like, actually what happened, and like, that's not snitching, I don't have to say it, but like...
I mean, he shot her, regardless of why he shot her.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all alleged. Apparently, like, he might not have even shot her, but...
So it was Meg's friend, Meg, one of Tory's team, and...
Tory. Yeah, it was 4 in the car, innit?
And, you know what, let me Google it.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it's all, like... Obviously, you've got to say it's all alleged, it's like, technically... I suppose there is nothing saying that it wasn't Meg's friend that shot her.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Let me
I
check.
highly doubt it, but yeah, I don't really know.
So I want to see like who's saying what, but if it loads.
I mean, I'll check mine if it's not. But yeah, from what I know, it was like Meg, her best friend in the back.
What kind of?
Or I think Meg was next to him in the front seat, and the security was in the back. So I don't really know how it went.
What news outlets would be giving more of a scoop? Because I've got obviously TMZ, that's the one. Yeah, because I've got like BBC and Sky News coming up and that, but obviously they're just going to give like the basics.
Yeah, I didn't even know they reported that.
Alright, let's have a look at this.
It's more messy as TMZ, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
alright, so the LA County DA's office hit him with 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, 1 count of carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle. The DA also alleges Tory inflicted grave bodily injury. If convicted, the rapper faces up to 22 years and 8 months in prison. Prosecutors, they were mulling over a charge of felony assault with a firearm against Tory after Megan said she was shot back in July. He'd been arrested, but only charged with possession of a firearm, not for the actual shooting. Now prosecutors are pointing the finger at Tory, saying he's the one that actually shot Meg and gave her the foot injury.
Yeah.
This what else TMZ said.
I mean, like obviously, even when until someone's convicted, you know, people sort of say allegedly. I feel like there's a lot of evidence saying it would be him. Like if I was in that position, I 100% believe Meg over anyone else's thing because like he had a gun. That's what he got arrested on initially.
Yeah.
And she got shot. Like, I mean, obviously he could have had a gun and she got shot beforehand. They could be driving to hospital, but like. You would just say that you wouldn't like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine someone lying on someone that they cast as a friend. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I can see Tory denying it because he doesn't want it.
Tory, apparently this is what TMZ are saying there, but they believe that Tory is going to say that it was an accidental shooting.
But the thing is, if it was, like, say for instance he was like showing the gun, like messing around, and it just charged like me.
Yeah, but then would Meg be this angry about it if it did?
I mean, maybe that's why she didn't say anything. Because she's like, it was an accident, but now you've gone on and laughed about it and saying like it wasn't you. Yeah. Like, do you mean, like, if I accidentally shot someone, I would probably feel like, oh, it was an accident, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, apparently it's saying that she had her back to the SUV when she was shot in the hill, and that might indicate that she didn't see it with her own eyes, like who actually pulled the trigger if it was Tory Lanez.
Then I remember seeing her, like, you know, when she posted a picture, it was like on the front of her photo as well. So, I don't know, but she might not have seen who did it, but if the gun residue's on you, it's like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's forensic people, like, they're gonna probably figure out.
But she had to go, apparently she had to go oversee into the operating room to remove the bullets, etc.
Yeah. I mean, like I said at the time ago, like, if I hadn't done it, I would have the evidence, I would, like, do you know what I mean? I would do everything to destroy Meg's career. But
yeah, definitely.
Like, he stayed quiet for time and made the album. That's like, I get this way of expressing yourself, but that's not the way you would express yourself on such a serious, like, claim. If someone's accused me of shooting them and I haven't shot you, I would just say, I haven't shot you. I think, I don't think he'll get away with it. We think just because he's a celebrity he'll get away with it, but I've seen celebrities go to prison for far less.
It's true, but it's not, I don't know, like, I feel like he's the kind of person that would obviously...
I mean, I feel like they'll put him in prison, but do you know, like, America, you pick certain prisons, like, remember, like, the college scandal lady, they were like, oh, you have to go to prison a certain, like, amount of time, but you can pick which prison you go to.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, even on Wolf of Wall Street, they were like, oh, I went to prison, but it wasn't actually a prison, like, had tennis courts, you know what I mean? Like, so even if he goes to prison, he's not going to go to, like, the roughest of prisons, you know what I mean?
Even flipping, you know Specs Gonzalez?
No.
The guy that's, you must know, he's like, you know Filthy Fellas, the YouTube channel, like Specs?
Oh wait, yeah, I think I know what you mean. He has, wait, let me just...
He's got like he always wears glasses, like big...
Yeah, I think
ones.
you retweeted him something.
Yeah, him. Basically, he was saying like, I think he went to... What's it called? He was on the Poet and Vuj podcast the other day and he was saying like, what prison was it? Thameside prison or something.
No.
He was... It's not even like he said it when he was there. It wasn't even like a prison. It was like there was like a 3G pitch to play football.
Did
and
you have
like nice? It wasn't.
You have like open prisons.
I don't think whatever he went to prison for was like a serious offence.
Yeah.
So like I doubt he would have been like in some maximum like
security
or whatever it is, and I don't know. But yeah, Tory would spend 22 years in something like nice.
Yeah.
They'd pay for him to go because obviously you know high profile. Wait, where's R. Kelly right now, though? I swear people have been assaulting him on the wings and that.
Oh, I have no idea.
I've heard that.
I think also it depends on like what state you're in, like. But I think I suppose they still have a duty of care to like if you're high profile, you know you're gonna get attacked by a load of people. Yeah. So, like for your own protection, they can't put you somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, you haven't been given a death sentence, they can't even give you a death sentence by putting you in a certain place, but.
Yeah, I don't think Tory has a set of like what his side of the story is because what I'm reading is just they haven't really heard from Tory.
Yeah, what I heard in the song was like I can't remember, he said something like harmless shooting your foot, but it's no like bones or ligaments or something like that, or like touching one of them.
Well, no,
I wouldn't be. That's not the thing I'd be questioning if I was him. I'd be questioning why he accused me of something if I hadn't done it. But
yeah, why? Yeah. I'm not saying I shot you, but I didn't hit you in the ligament, so it's alright.
And even if he did shoot her, like if so, it's all alleged. But say for instance he shot her now, and they like find him guilty for it. He's basically bragged about like how good he was shooting, like he missed all the.
Yeah, if I was gonna shoot you, I'd make sure that
That's why I was like, I don't understand how you can support that album. Because say for instance now he's found guilty, like all the evidence is like proven, and next thing you know he comes and admits he's done it. You've now made yourself look like a dickhead for supporting him. Because now his whole album has a completely different meaning. Like you've argued like it's his defence, but then if he now comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I was guilty," he's basically just bragged about being. Do you know what I mean?
I think a lot of people probably would have listened to it out of curiosity rather than actually supporting him because they would have wanted to know like certain people obviously.
But the thing is, we listened to it. We didn't listen to it, but we still
heard anyway. But.
You knew that's what was going to happen. Like, I think if you sat down and listened to, I don't even know how many tracks on it. So, let me check it.
But I'm sure he made his money off that. I'm guessing at least 15 tracks on that one.
Yeah.
If not more. To make sure we got that streaming service in. But
obviously it's innocent and proven guilty. But I mean,
I think that guy is guilty regardless of if he goes to prison or not.
I don't know what the album is. Oh, Diversify. He's released another album this year.
He's released a couple, so he released that
17 songs, so.
He released that one after Quarantine Radio, like around that time, which is fair enough because obviously you want to make money off what you've been, like the.
I have no problem if you make money off like what you've done.
Yeah, but this is ridiculous. But
he apparently released another song called Automatic. 9th of October, so when was that?
9th of October, he released a song again. Yesterday, day before? 2 days ago.
I don't know if this is song. I think he's featured on it, to be honest. Actually. I don't know.
Either
way, like, why?
I think, to be honest, obviously, next time we probably get in here, we'll probably know if he's been charged or what the situation is.
I think to see somewhere, like, isn't it next month? I don't even know what it is. I mean, I'm not trying to talk about Tory and
every single other week, but it is kind of.
Next one I want to know is if he's been charged or if he's not.
Now, but obviously, moving on to another scandal, Lani and Tion Wayne. Allegedly, Tion Wayne got a watch from her fight, something like that, like a watch she's got in the back or something like that. And she's voice noting him saying she wants a baby off him and that.
Yeah, man.
But I've got no idea who to believe on that one either, to be honest.
I mean, I doubt he's changed her thoughts.
I mean, you know what?
She admitted, she was like, I did send that but I was in love. So
yeah, the thing is with Tion Wayne though, like he raps about doing like fraud, doing madnesses. He went to prison as well.
But he did also say in like his thing, like he was a different person back then. So you can't.
I mean,
but I'm just still why she's saying it now.
Like he still did it, whatever he's done. Like,
yeah, I don't think.
But
to be fair, I feel like what does he have to lose to admit his shit? Like he could, because he did say like, it wasn't. I can't remember how much the watch was, like an AK watch or something. He was like, I financed the watch on your terms without you knowing it. I mean, 8K is pretty big, yeah. If I don't have that in my account, someone will flag that up. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of money.
So even if he did.
But it might be a savings. She's not young though, like she's like in her 30s, so she's probably had that money from when she paid for him, but I don't know.
Yeah. But my thing, I don't know.
She, like...
I don't know.
It's a bit shameless.
I would get someone finessing you, but if it was the other way around, what did Easy Mills say? She was like, it's the other way around, you'd be like, it's a bit... I can't remember what Easy Mills said.
Easy Mills was... She's always kind of like being like about how...
I remember what she said.
With like, you see, when we're attacking men, like, what would it be if we were attacking women for the same thing? I feel like...
you do need someone in that position that's always showing you the upside, like...
If it was Tion Wayne got like, violated by Lani, I feel like people would be like... get your bag, sis, etc. Like, do you know what I mean?
I mean, the 8K watch is mad,
but either way, it's not the right thing to do. But I don't really know why he released a music video on this, but that's
I also don't realise why you'd now break up. Because did you say it was like what? I don't know how many years ago.
So what happened with
years ago?
With Lani, it was like, from what I know anyway, because I've really been following. I never knew who she was before, like about a month ago.
Yeah, I think I sort of wanted to like back chat or whatever.
I saw her on a YouTube channel, and then she was talking about underage boys or something like that. Or like she was doing she always chills with younger people, innit?
That's what I was thinking, because I was literally trying to find out when this happened, innit?
And then like, she was reacting to people. She was like, you know that Renee girl, the one that was walking around London like
trying to fight stuff like that.
Yeah. She was saying something about her and she apologised for it, and then people were still dragging her and she was like, I'm sitting on a bad boy piece of information. Yeah. And then I'm guessing this was the bad boy piece of information. But yeah.
But that's not bad boy piece of information.
No.
It's your information.
That's your information. Yeah, it's not really.
You're not busting nobody out. But then she said the same thing about Easy Mills, didn't it? She said, I'm trying to find it now, innit? But she's basically like to Easy Mills. Oh wait, yeah. So she said, so is Easy you piping up? Yeah. Say no more. I'm just laughing because I know something you don't. I read that so badly.
I mean, Easy Mills is probably like, she knows.
But even Easy Mills came out, like, I saw her, I can't remember who she was in an interview with, and someone was like, do you know what the bad boy information is? And she was like, nah. And she's like, and the only thing that another female normally brings up is like, who I've slept with. And she's like, I wouldn't care. That's not bad boy information.
It's not really, it's not bad,
But every minute you've heard people got bad boy information. If your bad boy information is this,
that's your business, to be honest. It's not really.
That's not information on somebody else.
It's not really for us to be talking to you about, or even.
Oh yeah, this is what Easy Mills said. She said, "You lot are gonna hate me even more. But if the roles were reversed and a man was pressuring a woman to have a baby, you lot would be hitting the roof. And if a man allegedly financed a watch for a woman, you lot would call it manipulation. Can we have the same energy?"
slightly true, to be honest.
So, to be fair, that is true. Like, to be fair, I'm not being funny. Like, yeah, Tion Wayne is 100% wrong. Even if he did, like, if he knew she wanted to have a baby with him, he was like, oh, I'm thinking about it if you get me a watch. That's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
I mean, that's just finesse, isn't it? Like,
but them ones as well, like you're manipulating someone to kind of get something you want. Like,
I don't even know when this happened. Yeah, when did this happen? If it was any more than 10 years.
A long time ago. It must have happened within like.
It must. If it wasn't a good 5 years ago, then
probably happened like at least 3-4 years ago now. Because what was I gonna say?
It can't be more. It better not be more than like. Oh yeah.
Nah, because there was voice notes on Instagram at this point. I don't know how long they've been on. There. It can't have been that long. But yeah.
But yeah, 3-4. Say for instance, 3-4 years ago. Yeah. Either way, I can't remember how old she is. She's definitely she's in her 30s, but I can't remember like how far.
Tion Wayne's like I think he's
like 20,
mid 20s now, mid to late 20s, and she's but he was like 21 when they.
That's what I'm saying.
So that obviously
I'm not saying that like excuses him, but also if you're like, say for instance, she's 5 years older than him.
Yeah, if you're dealing with a 21-year-old and you're 27 years old.
Talking about you want to have his baby.
Yeah.
What 21-year-old wants to have your baby?
And you're buying him stuff, like.
If someone at 21 was like, Luke, here's a Rolex watch, I might know what I'm doing. Is like, I'm leaving you on, but do you feel what I'm saying?
If you're like your late 20s, I would be viewing you as the person that has more maturity in the situation.
She had more power.
You should know. You should know what you're doing. You're 27, 28.
That's why you're telling me. I'm saying I don't feel bad for him. I'll be like. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's like, what do you want us to do with this information? Like,
do you think I'm going to counsel Tion? Like, do you think this is going to be a career for him?
He's not really going to suffer for this. Let's be real. Like,
everyone's going to care.
I don't think
it's nice that I'm laughing more from like.
This hasn't lasted long at all, to be honest. It's not even particularly that hot.
I mean, if she goes and makes a song,
she has made a song. Yeah, you've seen it, the music video. Watch it in your spare time. No, what
is it? This one?
It's.
Oh, it's the Bad Boy Information one?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one that she released about. Yeah. That was the one that she released on.
That was Renee, innit? I think that was in response to Renee one. But I mean, if she makes one about Tion. But then she's admitted, said like, those voice notes were her, because she said, I remember seeing somewhere, she's like, I'm not gonna lie. I was mad in love with this guy, so I sent all that stuff.
To be honest, Tion Wayne didn't really deny it. To be honest, he basically.
Neither of them have denied it. And to be fair, she's admitted. If he was to deny, I'd believe her more because she's already admitted. She can't deny it. It's her voice and never.
Basically.
But I'm not.
No,
I'm feeling sorry for her.
She basically just. No, he basically sorry, just like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't need to release that voice note in it, but
that's what I'm saying. He didn't actually clear up anything.
I didn't really know, like, I don't understand where it came from, innit? Like, did you just wake up one morning and thought, nah, let me bust Tion today because.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because what? You remember when that girl was like on. I can't remember, was it Heady One? No, who was it? Swarms, this thing, was like, Tion Wayne, and bust your head, and people were like, I'm convinced
that was her. That was her. That was 100% her. 100%. On Swarms' life. 100%.
To be honest, like, even at that point, everyone was just laughing about that. Yeah, there was some girl out there for like Tion's head, mate. She wanted him. That was head locked off.
Who else could that be a part? He's actually done this to plenty of women, but always that is her. In my opinion, it probably even sounds like.
But I think that's why it's less surprising, isn't it? Because we already know there was a girl out there gunning for him.
I need to listen to that again, but that was her. I reckon if we cross-referenced it, then it would be her. Wow. Nah, and moving on, to be honest, because Stormzy and Chip situation anyway. I don't think Stormzy's going to reply personally, but let's start with. You seen the video of obviously Stormzy coming to
his yard, yeah.
His yard in what was
like the Urus or whatever, the Lambo.
Yeah.
Like the truck.
How can?
Do you know how rude? That's disrespectful. What? Because why you put up my house to beat me? The whole Lambo.
The thing is, what like he's come. If he did get into the house, into the apartment, because I think it was Chip's apartment where his family were at the time, but he wasn't there, and they were like banging on the door, like trying to get in or something. And then the police were called by neighbours and the family themselves. Management, yeah. So in that situation, what do you? If you're in you turn up in a Lamborghini, who else are they gonna think it is apart from you? Like how many people in this even country own that car?
Yeah.
Obviously.
And I mean, she's got like the obviously in the video she's got the license plate on.
Yeah, exactly.
You obviously got to let it out.
But
so it wouldn't be hard to just like, who the fuck owns this now?
I don't actually think I read why they did it.
Yeah.
Why he.
I was very confused in it. It came out bare late at night, so I was there.
It was. This happened in like July or June, and then they.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is it wait this long? I remember them saying like.
Chip's bored, man. Like, he's just bored. He wants money and he wants to be relevant again. To.
I don't want to be mean. Like, I don't care why someone pulled up. And also, I'm not even mean. I don't care about the beef that much. Yeah. Like, I don't care if Stormzy replies. Like, if I was Stormzy, like I said,
I think just for the drama. I'm not gonna lie. I want to watch the drama. Yeah. I like.
I'm unproblematic, so some other problems.
I want to watch chaos, and I don't think he'll reply, but I think
I wouldn't.
Obviously, Chip has probably got a lot. Chip seems to have whenever there's any kind of beef here, and he releases like some kind of track on them. He always has plenty of information. Like he's done his research. Like he's been like reading up on.
And he's good at this, isn't he? Like. He knows how to go and
it doesn't translate into his actual music. That's the problem. Like I rate him as nice, but like lyrically and that, like he's bare talented. But in terms of actually, when he releases like an actual track, just like not call it like not like shooting at anyone, but just for him like.
But I think I was saying that I feel like a lot of like musical artists have like. Not even expired, I don't know what you call it. They have like their period in time in it. Like Chip had his, and then that was.
But he went like US, well not US, but he went like.
He was big at the time.
He started doing songs with like Chris Brown. And
he did more like Trey Songz. And he was big.
I don't think people really.
Like a lot of people have their time. There's no one from really Chip's time that's translated over.
You know them ones where like you see like a rapper like they go kind of mainstream. It's quite hard to come back to being respected by what because he's tried to come back to, do you know what I'm saying, like not underground but like more for the streets, if you know what I mean, like than it is now commercial. You see like AJ Tracy, I don't think he's releasing an album in I don't know when soon. So he did Secure the Bag 1, which is like what he originally started doing in terms of music, and then he's now going to do Secure the Bag 2. I don't know if it's going to bang because he's been in the commercial world for so long now, so I don't know if he's lost his fans that were. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'd say maybe
that's probably where Chip. Like, I don't really.
I'd say maybe I feel like you limit your time in the industry if you go commercial, but I feel like to make the most money you have to go commercial in it. Like you 100%. Can't sit on just your loyal supporters. You just hope like you even be both in there. Like, it's something for them, but there's also something that makes me commercial because that's where the money's gonna come from.
Same with Stormzy as well. Like I don't know if he could come back to doing. What he was doing before.
Yeah, I doubt he could.
Because he's so big now.
But that's why I wouldn't even probably respond to the diss track, innit? I'm a bit like...
I don't know, you can't really turn up at someone's yard.
I mean, that's disrespectful.
With his family there.
But I just probably wouldn't make it, the whole public don't need to know it. Like, Chip made it, if I was going to, I should apologise. Like, look, I came to do this.
Apologise?
Yeah. I mean, it depends why he did it. But I meant in private. I mean, Chip probably exposed it.
You'd expose it exactly, even if you didn't be like, yo, bro.
I'm not like, there's no reason for us to go back and forth, This ain't like, do you see how he went back and forth with Wiley, If he was going to go back and forth, I feel like he would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Wiley, he just went straight back.
When did that come out, like, Thursday? Was it Thursday? Yeah. And then it's now Sunday and he's not replied.
I mean, I wouldn't have replied. I'm not being funny, not in a rude way, it's not even like I've got better things, I've got better things to do, I just feel like.
Even if he does reply now, it's too long, in my opinion. It's been too long.
Because people just look at him like you had to reply 4 days later.
Because the whole
point, think of something for 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days when it should be like
everything should be like
24, 48 hours.
If that, it should be back to back, and it's just like post on it.
I mean, Chip released 2 music videos within a day.
For this one,
two videos, visuals as well as the track.
But that's the thing, like if you started the beef, you say it's in a day. You don't know how long. He could be filming that since June.
True. Of course. He released 2. Yeah, that's true. Actually, he's at the petrol station again.
Yeah.
So definitely.
That was sport. Was that with the youngin?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a banger.
I mean, youngins. I don't know what happened to youngins since that time.
He went commercial too, but I don't blame people for doing that because
it's where you make like realistically. I feel like most people need to realise once you've like started getting the following, you only have a certain amount of time before you expire and someone else comes in. I mean,
you see, even with D Block. Europe, like they released a 29 song album. Me and my boy were listening to it in the car like on Friday.
Oh, they released another one?
Yeah, like on Friday. And we listened to it, but we ended up just talking, like obviously as you do.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, like we're at the end of the album,
Yeah.
And I was like, every single song, it just sounded like background music.
Yeah.
This same song 29 times.
I mean, I've never been like, no, I've like, even when you went to see him in it, I saw someone say like it's quality over quantity, which is true. Like anyone can release like 100 songs, but is it like quality? Are people gonna like
most artists? They have like hundreds of songs that they recorded.
Yeah. There's so many unreleased songs from so many artists. Like,
but with D Block, it's just.
I feel like whatever they make, they put out.
I think they know that their time might be coming towards, as you said, like
you only have a certain amount.
There were like 1 or 2 years, like what between like 2017, 2019 probably. That's some of this year too. So like over a year or two period, where they were like every song they released everyone was fucking with it, like a lot of people anyway. And then now, it's got to the point where it's just. When they did that, I think they did like a 28. PTSD was a 28 song album.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did fuck with a lot of the songs on there, but then it was just too much.
Yeah. People have a short attention span. Yeah. That's why people don't normally paddle. Like for Lanez 17 songs, to me that's too much. Yeah.
I like 10 to 12 songs. But
I want to get to the end of the album. Like I wish you did more.
Yeah.
That's not like that's good. Like I wish you did more. Like, I'm glad you did it, but I wish you did.
You know, like J Hus kind of thing where you release something.
Yeah.
It's like. How many songs was on Big Conspiracy, but that was a good album, and then he leaves again, and then it's cool, but
same like you want it more, so that's why you don't listen. Like, and not being funny, I would say like doing what D Block does, like you leave too much out. Like you've got to the point where people are like, I don't actually care if you do more now, because you've given such a massive body of work. They should just split into 2 albums if they were going to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like and leave it. There's 14 songs on that, but that was a good album. That was like a.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's figured out like, oh, this is good. But like the last album, if you listen to it from start to finish, you want to get to the end like, cool, I wish there's another one. Like,
it always says to me that I think there's very few artists that can release. Okay, so from it's nearly the end of 2020 now.
Yeah.
Since let me have a look. But they released Home Alone, which was like quite a lot, and they released PTSD, then released another one.
They've probably done like 70 track releases.
Easily probably 100 songs in the last year, in the last year and a half, whatever. But that says to me like, do you really care about your music? Do you care about it? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, like, because if you're telling me all the songs are great, that you can't cut any of them, or like even split over albums, like, to be fair, like I said, they could have released all of those if they wanted to, but they could just delay it, do you know what I mean? But
they could have done it over years.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, but they won't.
I mean, obviously, I get it's like they're unique, their own was like really doing that, so that gives them an extra, like, edge.
They've done, but they have done, that was 28 songs. They've done it in 3 albums, 4 albums, or mixtapes, whatever you want to call it. 16. They've done about 100 songs.
Which is too much. There's some artists out there that like, well, I don't think.
Maybe if you're Drake, maybe you've got that many in your catalogue.
Yeah, but Drake's got that's over albums over years. But then that's why Drake's probably have a longevity. Like I don't know.
Well, other than that,
Jay-Z might have that. Like,
but how many people can you really say can do that and be still considered? Because for me, like now it's just a case of like, there's so much music. I'm probably not really gonna fuck with it anymore because I just don't have time to listen to that much music, take it in properly, and hear what you're saying properly.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it was like 28 tracks, I was like, nope.
I listened to it.
Because normally what I'll do is I'll find one song that I might not even listen to the album from start to finish, so I might be like, someone's like, this is a really good song, listen to it, I'll listen to that. But then if I see this, like, how am I meant to pick from 28 songs if I was wrong to pick one random to listen to?
No, I hear them. The only, like, with albums, like, for me, there's not that many. That Heady One released something recently that was cold as well, but Bryson Tiller, if you listen to the album...
I heard he just re-released.
There was 10 songs on that album, but
I feel like Bryson Tiller left it a little too late. I'm not even fun, but like...
It's almost got to the point of Bryson Tiller now that it's like, he's kind of not the... But I think he's releasing another album as well. So I think he's probably run out of money from that trap, so...
But that's where he should, like... That's when you're hot is when you're meant to release songs, and like...
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm a fan of people that don't release too much.
Yeah, but that's got to be your thing. I think someone like Frank Ocean, when he releases things, people listen to it. Like Rihanna hasn't released songs in time, but people actually want that.
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna lie, Bryson Tiller wasn't huge when he did that. Do you know what I mean? Like
he became huge off it.
Yeah,
and then didn't do anything.
Yeah,
then didn't do.
I get Frank Ocean did it, but I was like, you can't compare yourself to like Frank Ocean or someone like that. That's
Frank Ocean was cold. Big him up. You know what? I respect people that they do their music and they just go.
Yeah, but like you got to remember, like the music Frank Ocean was doing wasn't like your poppy music. Like Bryson Tiller's not pop, but like it's really good music. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, he was following a trend at the time that was really good. Like
he
had to like consistently carry on. Like Frank Ocean's is pretty more calm, mellow. Someone like Jhené Aiko doesn't have to release music consistently. When she releases something, you're like, oh, I want to do for this.
Yeah, I hear that.
Bryson Tiller's songs weren't like the long ones that. Like I'll still listen to some of like Frank Ocean's songs, like Jhené Aiko's old songs. But I'm not gonna like when Don't Come on my like thing I'm trying next.
Swear. I still listen to Trap Soul. That's a big album for me. I like that.
I like it. I like the songs.
That's the only album.
Like, sometimes I'm like, I've got to be in the mood for it.
That's the only album I like from him. Because the latest one, the one before that, I can't remember what it's called now, but that was released in like 2017, I think. And that was. It's just if you know the ones where it kind of feels like the songs are, they just kind of throw them out there just to get something. Like that's what I feel with DB. Like, it just feels like
they don't want to come out of the limelight.
They're just releasing the shit.
But that's my thing. If you're going to do that, just release one track and people are like,
people
Not really, like the fact that you've gone into the studio and recorded 28 songs. Because if they've narrowed it down to that, that means they've done a lot of songs that can't be of quality. Because you can't get 28 perfect fucking songs.
No way.
Every time you go in there.
Not all in one album. Yeah. That's just ridiculous for me personally. But
I get that's their style, innit? Like that's your style because you wanna. Like if you wanna release 28 songs, then cool. But you can't expect people to constantly keep wanting you. Like I said, you've got to leave them wanting more. If there's nothing, if you're not like you're leaving everything on the table. Like everyone knows all the songs. That's not gonna. And the thing is that their songs aren't lasting time. That's why they're constantly releasing because they're not lasting time. If I release 28 tracks, I'm expecting that to tell me a good couple of years.
I'm not gonna listen to it again, to be honest, because for me personally, it was not great. I was in a car listening to it, and I ended up just forgetting what I was listening to because you know the ones just background music. You just whatever, cool. So I think artists. Do you know what it is though as well? Like sometimes I guess I've seen as well respect, like I guess what they want to do. So I guess
that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I said.
Like fair enough, but
and then you can't be then surprised. Like I said, you've got to play the music industry. There's a blueprint you need to follow. I always say like Jay-Z is probably the best person to follow the blueprint. Like look at everyone under Jay-Z. They've got longevity over time. Like everyone that came up with like Rihanna was still not around. People that came up with like Beyonce, I guess she wasn't under Jay-Z, but like she still followed that blueprint. She's had like longevity over like many people's careers. Like
what would you say the blueprint from Jay-Z was? Like
100% diversification. Like no one in Jay-Z's team, like even Kanye who started hanging around Jay-Z came up with like all his own clothing line. Rihanna's come up with her clothing line and other stuff. Like he's realised that you're only gonna make so much money off music. Like even he's realised it himself. Like he's still got his great albums that people listen to. I reckon if he released an album now, people are like, okay.
Because he knows, he knows that he's older now and
but even at the time, like even someone like P Diddy, like those people at his like in those times when Jay-Z was coming up, they all realised like let's diversify because there's only so long. That's why I said you've got like a time. You've got an expiry date in music. Like I guess Beyonce, has she? I don't know. She's a bit different. I suppose her blueprint is a bit different. I mean, she did diversify and do like commercials and like release her own products. Oh, she's got her own clothing actually.
I see what you mean. Oh yeah.
You've got to have multiple sources of income. Like if you've got one income, then that's your music. And then you start making music. Like that's D-Block Europe should diversify into something else.
Who would you say in the UK then?
I don't think anyone in the UK.
Now, who's diversified?
No. That's why I said like the UK music industry. Like you always look at America like, oh, they're making so much money. They're not making it just with their music.
Yeah, doing it.
Jay-Z's money is not coming from his music now. He's got his own streaming service. He's get all these other stuff. So you can't then get mad and like, oh, you UK people don't support us how the Americans do.
You just think the first person to do it from this country in like the black.
Who's done it recently?
From black music artists. Not because obviously you got like.
You're gonna skid up if I say it. But like, you've got people that I can think of first with the Spice Girls and they're not fucking around.
No, not them because like, I don't.
But I'm saying no one here. I can't tell you. Stormzy hasn't done it.
Because like but he's like what 25, 26 to give him a chance.
No, fuck that. You should do it from off the bat. Look at Nicki Minaj. As soon as she came in the game, like Young Money, Cash Money had their own thing.
Yeah, I hear that, but
off the bat.
I don't know. Now you know what?
You said 26. That's pretty old. Like Rihanna's like what? She's like 30 or something?
No, because Jay-Z didn't come up to 26, 27 himself. Didn't release his first proper like.
Yeah, but that's when he came up. Stormzy's up, yeah.
True.
Stormzy's up. You once you're up, you've got to stay up. You should diversify by now. He might have like shared in other things.
There's definitely still time, but I know what you mean, like maybe set up. But the thing is, we do have kind of that situation where I know they're not artists themselves, but obviously there's like GRM Daily, there's Link Up TV. So they're kind of setting up their own music
Yeah, but that's not art.
I know it's not
They're
artist,
not going to make money.
Someone that is a kind of an example of how someone has used the music scene to make something else.
Yeah, but then that's not a blueprint.
J Hus has released has made his own clothing.
Okay, yeah. J Hus is the only one.
I wouldn't really say that's.
I mean, it's sold out though, so
it might not be successful now, but obviously these things take time.
Yeah,
I think Stormzy should definitely try doing something.
Your argument, J Hus is probably younger than Stormzy. No? If you want to make money, you can't just stick with one stream. Because say for instance, like something happens like Tory, yeah, you cancel him off. You don't know what other things he's worth. Like he might have money in Uber. You're not really locking off his whole finances. Like Jay-Z's got like say for instance you cancel everything Jay-Z did, yeah. He's got so much money in other like companies.
Yeah, true.
That you'd have to know all his like investments to cancel them fully and affect his pay. Like you can cancel Jay-Z's music, it's not gonna affect him, just like cool. But I'm getting money from Uber here, I'm getting money from Tidal here. I'm getting money from so many different places that you don't even know I've got my money in.
What's his record label?
Rock Nation.
He's making money from that.
That's what I'm saying. Most people that come under Jay-Z, like make the Stallion under Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You think she's not going to diversify pretty soon?
100% that. But
she's going to find some, like, if not, she said she was ready to set up her own, like, care home. Because you know she did like nursing, she's like, oh, that's what my gran did, and like, he already said, like, he's clearly gone in and like, this is the blueprint. If you want to be successful, you might make music, that's not all you want to do, but second that dries out,
you got to think like what it's going to make money long term.
You don't want to be like those people that are like just being presenters on the reality TV shows because they've got nothing else to do. Like,
nah, yeah, it's true.
You know, there's a point where you're looking desperate for money. Like, yeah, you're still making loads of money, you might be desperate, but
Stormzy's a clever guy, man. I think he will definitely diversify into other things as he gets.
Yeah, he probably has,
as he goes towards, because he's obviously done the thing with the Cambridge.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of business, he will set up something like, whether that be to help other musicians, or to just make more money. I don't know what he'll do, but there will definitely be, because I feel like this is like the first generation of rappers, or music artists from the UK that have made it onto charts and made not first, because obviously got Dizzy Rascal and all them. But it's like really like this is like now to the point.
But this is when the scene's developed to the point where they've got
it's like almost commercial.
They were like the developers,
So like this is I feel it's at that point now where you're gonna see people when they get towards like 30s, like Stormzy, Dave, whoever it may be, like when they get towards the later 20s, they stop making so much music. I think then it will become a case of they will start investing in things.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point where it only comes to investing. But you're not leaving a legacy.
I don't know how, but I'm sure they will. That they've got.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. J Hus is like he's thought about it as like the legacy I'm going to leave because he's probably got similar funds. He can still invest in anyone's company he wants to, but you're not going to remember J Hus as a person. Like to make money, you've got to stay in the limelight, right? So you got if you don't remember you because you haven't diversified and got something your own brand. Look at like Jordan. Like he's got his own shoe brand. Like name another person from his time that diversified that far.
But he wouldn't, he
set himself up from the beginning. Like, cool, I need to. Like the Ball brothers, and the dad was like, "Oh, I want to make a legacy for you lot," and which might understand that. I get his point. He's like, you don't want to wear someone else's shoe. You would rather people know who you are.
No, it is, but look at them now. Look at them now. Even now, they haven't even come to the end of their career, but they're not even. I'm not a big NBA fan or basketball follower, but he's not that good yet. But because of what his dad did for him,
that's what I'm saying. Had he not had his dad, he would just be like the rest of the people on his team when you'd be like,
exactly.
I know that, but once he stops playing sports, his dad, like, although we said like his dad might have hindered his younger brother's chances to some extent, he hasn't really hindered it, but like, either way, they've got money at some way, they've got their whole, like, reality TV shows, stuff like that. Like, stuff people might think is tacky, but you're like, cool, it's making money. Look at the Kardashians, like, what talent do they have? But they diversified and found what people like, they kept following them.
Obviously, they are very talented players. Like Lonzo Ball is number 2 pick in the draft when he came through. Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
So like obviously now I'm not taking away. I'm not a big fan, so I can't talk too much about he wasn't good at this. But it's quite clear that he's not going to be one of the big players in the. I don't know. Maybe
but you only like even that sports easier to understand. You only have a certain amount of time before you pass your best. Like music industry is a bit different. Because obviously at any age you can release good music. You might not have a following. But there's only so long you can play football for, there's only so long you can play basketball for. And look...
but they'll do well. Like, LaMelo Ball's about to go into the draft now.
Yeah.
In the next one. And he'll be drafted like first or second. He's probably the most talented out of the three. And as you said, the way that their dad has set them up.
Yeah.
They
might not know it now, but like when they look back, they're like, shit, if we hadn't done that. When they come to the end of their career and they look at the people that they started with that are like trying to take commentators' jobs just to make money. When he's like, oh, I might have a side hustle to make money. If I wanted this job, I can take it. I think this you want to be in, like you can decide whether you want to take something. Not.
I think the Triple B brand. I think that will. I think right now they don't want to go with it, but I think as they get a bit older, as you said, they'll be like, oh, let's.
I think that would be their downfall for not going with it.
Because it could be if LaMelo Ball, and Lonzo Ball, because I don't know about the middle one, I don't know if he's gonna make it, but if they become successful within what they're in within the NBA, and then really push that brand, by the time they finish, as you said, with Michael Jordan, I'm not saying it will ever get to the heights of the Jordan, but it could be a very rip.
But you still say that argue Jordan's only gonna have a certain amount of time. We know who he is, but say for instance, our kids might be like
Jordan's established.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're established now, but like. Our kids might be like, oh no, they're not the nice shoes. They might want to buy the people that they know, like
the Ball brothers.
We see Jordan as an icon now, but the Ball brothers might be the icon to our kids. They might be like, why
it depends how good they are, innit? But like, obviously, if LaMelo Ball turns out to be the next like big, I'm not saying anyone's ever going to get close to LeBron James, Jordan kind of thing. But even if he becomes a very good player, and starts releasing, and the branding that their parent has done. Yeah, as you said, like it could potentially.
I feel like that's just a well-known fact. I feel like they don't want to do it. I don't know why they don't want to do it, but like even people like just at our level where we haven't got loads of money, we want multiple sources of income.
Yeah,
because that's the only way you can make money. Like if you speak to any rich person and like, oh yeah, I just had one source of income, they found different ways to invest their money.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's not only an investment; it's an investing. I suppose it is like investing in yourself, but you just got to find alternatives of making money.
But I think
a lot of the British artists. Like they might, to be fair, they might have set themselves up so well that they've got like money in other things.
I think that's an interesting point in terms of like how can UK artists now do that
long time,
But then to be fair, you got you see like Dave did Top Boy, he's acting in that. And Kano and Ashley Moore started music as well. So there are
things like they're starting to do it. I just think when they look at it, like if you want to be, I'll say they're equally as successful as an American artist. Is that if they're arguing why don't they have the same amount of money, it's because they're not only making it from that. I think they're starting to realise that they're making it from so many different things. That if I want to do it, like Stormzy did like acting as well, though.
Yeah, true.
I think something helps.
I think they definitely like, the ones like I mean, Kano and Ashley Waters have done well in like what they've Top Boy. They're good actors.
I know them more for their acting.
Yeah, they're good actors, but I think Dave definitely. For me personally, I'm not like an acting expert anyway, but for me he did the role well. Like, for me, so there's definitely an avenue for him to do
that's what I'm saying.
100%. So I think
you're not only good at one thing at life, so
yeah, definitely. I think diversification in terms of what your business plan or your plan.
That's just for everyone, isn't it? Like
is important. Like you will have, as you said, more than one source of income to be.
So you always say they need to have a side hustle.
Yeah.
So why would you need that even if you're at the top of your game? You're still in the side hustle. If you're at the top, someone's always going to take you down. So if anything, you need it more than someone at the bottom.
That is true, it's true. But anyway, that's the On Record Podcast, episode 8. Hope you've enjoyed that. We'll be back soon for a new one.